Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Lights Over Leveling. This is Justin. Today, I just want to talk a little bit more. I finished that Jesse Michels video, and I highly recommend checking it out. It was very fascinating, and that guy has all the credentials and all the documents to back up to show he is who he says he is, and it's crazy the things that he went and saw. He explains that he was taken to this deep underground military bunker basically and was taken through these checkpoints, and then he was brought to this place that had a placard that said off-world technology. He was shown this basketball-sized metallic orb that was just levitating, and yeah, he said he couldn't figure out what was going on. He said he was shitting bricks at that point, but after he looked at that, then they were showing this another thing that the best way he could describe was kind of like a gauntlet that you would put your arm into. And he said you could just tell by looking at the metal that it wasn't from Earth. And this gauntlet had kind of like a crystal like display thing that was showing above the gauntlet, and inside of that there was like hieroglyphics that he could see that were like changing. And it's so crazy because they link it to different hieroglyphics. Like Danny Sheehan was shown the Project Blue Book files, and he was able to see these hieroglyphics on a crashed craft that was in one of the photos that he was looking at, and he was able to kind of like trace these markings down in his notepad on the back cardboard backing. And apparently they're very similar to what he saw. And then also just linking it to, if you've heard about the people doing the DMT experiment with the lasers and being able to see like code within the lasers, well, those symbols are also very similar to the hieroglyphics that he saw in this gauntlet. So just very mind-blowing, and it's so fascinating how all these different things are interconnected. And I'm just excited. I just can't wait to keep learning more and more information about this subject and what's to come. And yeah, I would highly recommend going and checking that video out. Jesse Michels does a fantastic job with every video he makes. He also just released another one with a guy who apparently worked with nukes that was abducted. So I'm going to check that one out here soon too. And I'm fascinated, and I'm so excited this information is coming forward more and more. And then Saturday night, there's going to be the Ross Coulthart interview with the new whistleblower from the Air Force, who was a helicopter pilot who apparently recovered an egg-shaped craft that he got within 150 feet of, looked at. It was in nighttime, so he had his night vision goggles, but he looked at it with night vision, and he lifted them up and was looking at it a couple different ways, he said. He also says that he has footage that will be released as well. So I am ready. Let's get this going. Let's get this awakening started. I am ready for everyone to become aware that there is more beyond this physical reality we are in. There is so much beyond. And once you start doing meditation and all these different things, which that's another thing the Green Beret whistleblower from Jesse Michels said, is he had no context before he had this experience. And then afterwards, that's when all the pieces started kind of falling into place. And he started meditating now. And he said he's seen similar symbols come to in his meditations. And really, we're just need to be aware that we are more than this physical body. We are more than this. We need to wake up to that. And once we do that, we'll realize that we are all connected. We should all be sharing love and helping each other because we are all pieces of each other. And once you have that mindset, you can look at someone with a completely new set of eyes. Like, you look at them, and maybe before they were this person that you didn't really understand or get along with, but now you can look at them as, oh, they're just like a lost piece of myself that maybe is going through some more difficult things than I currently am, and maybe they just need a little bit of help. So I'm very excited. Let's get this awakening going. And he also mentions Chris Bledsoe, which if you have not looked into Chris Bledsoe, please look into Chris Bledsoe. He has a book, UFO of God, which I highly recommend checking out. And I know UFO and God are both loaded words. And what I've learned from getting into the subject and all these books that are out, like John Mack Abductions I'm currently listening to, but like abductions, UFO, God, spirituality, religion, I get these are all loaded words that people kind of have a preconceived belief that they put onto those words. So it's just got to be opening up your mind to being willing to explore these concepts in a new way and putting your beliefs aside. Because if you're locked into this belief system that's unwilling to explore what may possibly be out there, is holding yourself back from growing and progressing. And like, I think reality is way more magical once I started getting into these subjects. I was a materialist before this. I didn't believe in all the non-physical stuff. I didn't believe in any of this, the UFOs, aliens. I knew, like, I figured there was life out there. It couldn't be just us, but there was no proof at the time, and I was unwilling to take the blinders off. And since I've taken those blinders off, it's opened me up to a whole new version of reality, which I think is way more like loving and open, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And listening to all of these people's experiences, they're told about unconditional love and that we need to take care of this planet, and we're doing damage that needs to be undone. So I don't understand how this could be a bad thing when, if all you do is just go listen to the people who have had experience, listen to what they're saying, and they're just coming at it with, they're feeling this overwhelming feeling of unconditional love, and they're being guided to do the right thing and get this message out to as many people as they can. And I believe that, you know, all the negativity and fear is really just manifestations of all of our beliefs. And it's being, you know, made so much worse by the news that's perpetuating these belief systems out to millions of people. And I'm just ready for people to start making their own decisions and thinking for themselves. Because once you do that, you realize all that fear kind of just goes away. And, you know, I've had my own experiences. I've had a couple out of bodies, so I understand that I am more than this physical body. And it may take people a while to go, even just to get into the believing state that you're more than your physical body, which I highly recommend just looking into these subjects. Check out the Monroe Institute. Please check out Chris Bledsoe and his family. Ryan Bledsoe created a podcast called Bledsoe Said So, where I learned so much from listening to those episodes about these esoteric things that have been hidden from us for millennia. This information is not new. That's the other thing. We are just rediscovering things that have already been found out. And yeah, when you open your mind and start checking these things out, it's so fascinating. But that's all I got to say today. Thanks so much for checking out this vlog. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you open yourself up to the universe, to what may be possible, to these non-physical things that may be out there, because, you know, you just may gain a higher understanding of love and happiness than you had before you started, and trust me, it's worth it. So, yeah, I love you all. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you all on the next one.